folks, so welcome back to another Wise Game video. In today's video, we're going to be covering Classic WoW. What I want to touch on in today's video is a bit about threat and aggro when it comes to tanks, and especially pet tanks. So in my case, I'm a warlock. I use the Voidwalker as my tank. His job is to keep threat on him, so I'm free to cast and not take hardly any damage. Hunters also have a very wide array of pets in the game. So their pets have different purposes also. I'm sure that they have a few that actually tanks in the same principle. So we want to keep up with these pets and make sure that we have their highest ranks on, which I'm just going to show you in just a few seconds, to make sure that they're actually going to be at the performance peak. I understand, and I've heard from a lot of other warlocks, that they're not really happy with the Voidwalker at this time in Classic WoW. I don't think it's really the full fault of the actual pet itself. I think it's the way that the players may be actually using these pets. So what I mean by this is that, of course, we have to keep up with their top abilities, but we also want to time it properly. So when it comes to any tanking in the game, this goes for player tanks like a warrior, is we want to make sure that they have enough time to actually build up threat before the DPS starts actually hitting the boss. So in that case, I use what I call a 3-second rule. Because threat is not something that's 100% built up at the very get-go usually. So those tanks need some time to actually build up that threat so that the boss or the mobs stay on them and not the rest of the group. I also want to cover too is that healers have an automatic threat of 50%. So if they start healing right from the very start, it's very possible they could actually gain the threat now, and the boss is going to come towards them. So my biggest tip when it comes to that is make sure everybody in your group is fully healed before taking on that new boss. Now, if we actually open up my spell book for the Warlock, and with a pet actually out and summoned, I'm now going to have a Demon tab. If I click on the Demon tab, we're going to see right up here, I have something called Torment. Now, it's very easy in WoW Classic to forget about these, and you have to go to your class trainer to get each new one that opens up. So I'm on rank 3, so I want to make sure that my pet is still not using rank 1 or 2. He's not going to be at his peak performance if he doesn't have the newest one on there. So these are automatically added to the bars, where player abilities when it comes to these kind of things are not. We actually have to make sure that we add them from our spell book each time we actually upgrade those skills. So now with that being said, we're actually going to head out. We're going to look for a few mobs, and I'm going to demonstrate what I call the 3-second rule compared to just attacking right from the get-go. So this first mob, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get him closer to me. Get him down here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack along with my pet. Now we could see he's attacking me. I already took the threat off of my pet. Which is really what we don't want to do. So now if I could get one of these guys alone. Looks good. We're going to do it one more time with me attacking along with my pet. See, he's coming after me. Well, if I go to use a Shadow Bolt, and there's not much my Voidwalker could do at this time because he's webbed. And now the guy's just running away because he's at low health. Now, for the next mob, I'm going to give it the 3-second rule. I'm going to pull this guy away from the rest of the guys. And then I'm going to send in my pet, and I'm going to wait before I start attacking. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to dot him up. I'm going to Shadow Bolt. Shadow Bolt's the test. And he's still staying on my Void Walker. And I did rip a little bit of aggro towards the end, but we could live with that. So let's try to see if we could find one more mob where my Void Walker is actually going to keep all the threat this time. So let's send him in. Give him a couple of seconds. I'm going to dot him up. I'm going to use Shadow Bolt. And we've seen that he stayed on the pet the whole time. Now this guy right here, we're going to attack right from the start along with my Void Walker again. And here he is coming right on me. And then for this guy, we're going to do the 3-second rule again. I'm going to send in the pet. Let him get the aggro. Now I'm going to start dotting up and attacking. And there we go. And the same principle works when you're playing with an actual tank. A druid or a warrior or even a paladin. If they're tanking, you want to do the same thing. You want to give them that couple of seconds to actually go in there, keep a visual on them, see them manually start attacking the guy. And then the group could start now attacking. Alright guys, so that's basically it for today's video. If you guys have any comments, please leave them down below. Please feel free to sub up for more future videos, and we will catch you the next time. Thanks again for watching Wise Gamer. Take care. Bye-bye.